Industries are essential for our economic growth. However, they also cause severe pollution of our natural resources. Environmental degradation due to industrial pollution is a problem faced in all developed and developing parts of the world. And it is a problem that we can no longer ignore. Industries cause environmental degradation through four main types of pollution. These are air pollution, water pollution, land pollution or soil degradation, and noise pollution. You must have seen thick smoke billowing from chimneys in factories. This smoke contains undesirable gases like carbon dioxide, sulfur dioxide, and carbon monoxide. Besides, solid and liquid particulate matter in the form of dust and spray mist, which cause air pollution. The industries that are mainly responsible for air pollution include paper mills, oil refineries, brick kilns, metal smelting plants, and other industries that burn fossil fuels like coal to generate energy. Air pollution is not restricted to smoke rising from chimneys. The Bhopal gas tragedy in India was caused by the leakage of a deadly gas, methyl isocyanate, from an industry. It is one of the worst man-made disasters in India. Air pollution affects the health of humans, animals, and plants alike. It also causes damage to buildings. The Taj Mahal in Agra is threatened by the air pollution from industrial areas around it. Water pollution is caused by the discharge of untreated chemical waste like dyes, detergents, acids, heavy metals like lead and mercury, pesticides, fertilizers, and plastics from industries into fresh water bodies like rivers and lakes. Solid wastes like fly ash, phosphogypsum, and iron and steel slag also cause water pollution. The industries that cause major amount of water pollution are paper and pulp industries, oil refineries, tanneries, and electroplating industries. The consumption of or even contact with such polluted water can cause serious diseases to humans. The discharge of hot water from thermal power plants into rivers before cooling is called thermal pollution of water. This often results in large-scale destruction of aquatic life. Each liter of water containing industrial waste pollutes 8 liters of fresh water and makes it unfit for human use. With supply of fresh water already limited, we must take immediate steps to stop water pollution. Some of the waste produced by our industries is too hazardous to be disposed of in water. Such radioactive and chemical waste is buried in the soil and causes severe land pollution. Other factors contributing to land pollution are dumping of glass, plastic, industrial effluents, and other non-biodegradable waste on land. Land pollution leads to water pollution. Rainwater falling on polluted land dissolves and carries many of the pollutants further into the ground and pollutes groundwater. Loud noise can lead to irritation, loss of hearing, and an increase in blood pressure and heart rate. Industrial machinery, construction activities, generators, and equipment like saws and pneumatic drills are mainly responsible for noise pollution. This brings us to the question, what are the ways to control environmental degradation by industries? One of the most important steps for the control of environmental degradation is treating hot and polluted wastewater from industries before releasing it into our rivers and lakes. Let us see how such a system works. Wastewater treatment begins by primary treatment, where screens are used to filter out large solid waste. This is followed by grinding the remaining waste so that the dissolved chemicals separate through the process of flocculation. Next, the water is allowed to stand in tanks so that the solid waste settles down and can be removed as sludge. The secondary stage of treatment involves introducing certain bacteria in wastewater. These bacteria digest harmful chemicals in water through a biological process. In the tertiary stage of treatment, the wastewater is gently stirred in large tanks with certain chemicals that further neutralize the effect of harmful chemicals still left in the water. After treatment, the wastewater can either be recycled for reuse in the industry or safely discharged in rivers or lakes. Fresh water can also be conserved by rainwater harvesting to meet water requirements for industrial processes, and then recycling treated wastewater for reuse as explained earlier. At places with limited supply of surface water, industries overexploit the groundwater reserves to meet their requirements. Legal provisions must be made to regulate the use of groundwater for industrial use. The particulate matter in smoke from industries can be greatly reduced by using devices like smokestacks, filters, scrubbers, and electrostatic and inertial separators. These devices remove a large amount of harmful particles from industrial smoke. The emission of smoke itself from industries can be reduced by using more efficient fuels like oil and natural gas in place of coal. If you have been to a factory, you would know how difficult it is to talk over the deafening sound of machines and generators. Today, several types of industrial and generator silencers and sound-absorbing material are available to reduce the noise level in industries. If the noise of a machine cannot be lowered, industrial workers can use earphones and earplugs for individual protection of health and hearing. National Thermal Power Corporation, or NTPC, is a major electricity generation and distribution company in India. NTPC is ISO certified for Environmental Management System 14001 and has demonstrated how conservation of environment and natural resources can happen simultaneously with industrial growth. One of the reasons for NTPC's success is the use of latest machines and technology that is environment friendly. NTPC has many thermal power plants that burn coal and generate enormous quantities of fly ash. NTPC has minimized this waste by maximizing the use of fly ash for construction and other purposes. Most of NTPC's power plants have extensive green belts around them. This vegetation cleans the surrounding air and serves the national purpose of forestation. NTPC has also developed adequate waste management facilities like ash ponds, ash water recycling, and liquid waste treatment plants. NTPC has adopted a system for continuous ecological monitoring, reviewing, and database management for all its power stations. This brings any environmental problem to notice immediately so that corrective action can be taken.